Thank you, Vinny. I got to let you run because I got to get one more in here before we turn it over to Pete. Let's get to my pal, Dr. Sabah, as I like to call it, in North Kakalaki, North Carolina. What's up, Doc? How are you?
Hey there, Christopher.
How are you?
You should go national. You're really one of the best in our local market. I just want to make sure your bosses all know that.
I appreciate you as always. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope your travels were okay. Yeah.
Hmm?
I said I hope your travels were okay.
Yeah, I made it up into the Northern Virginia DMV area, and we got back at about 12:15. I made it in 4.5 hours from Frederick, Maryland to Raleigh, North Carolina.
No,
I was killing it.
Dr. Sabah was thinking it was the Daytona 500.
Yeah, well, I was about to fall asleep. I said, I got to get home. So, yeah, it was good. I had to open the windows a couple of times to get some air. And, it's okay to say Thanksgiving for me the next day. And I do like to do leftovers. That's the best part of Thanksgiving. I attack that carcass. It's really good stuff. So I can't wait to get to that today.
Now, but you live, because I know you live a healthier lifestyle than me.
Yes,
you don't
sir.
put like mayonnaise in like turkey or anything like that, right?
No. I just eat the actual turkey. Like I'm going to get the actual turkey pieces. I stuff my turkey with lemon and onions and put just dry spices. There's not 1 ounce of butter on my turkey. So it's very healthy.
Yeah. That's where we part ways.
Yes, sir, we do. But I'm paranoid about my health. I myself every day, and I'm basically. Yeah. So okay, here we go. You ready? Coach versus GM. I respectfully disagree with you.
Okay.
Now, having said that, it is like saying who's more important to a kid's life, his mother or father. They're one can ruin the other, and one can save the other. So it's a really hard question. So it's not 100% one way or the other, but let me give you some examples.
Shoot.
Brady versus Bledsoe. Belichick, the coach, had to have the guts to tell Bledsoe, even when he came in on that playoff game and won it, I'm going with Brady. Okay? If he was a 6 round draft.
Sure.
Russell Wilson over Matt Flynn in Seattle with Pete Carroll. Matt Flynn, if you recall, got all that money. And in training camp, the 4th round, I think 3rd or 4th round draft pick, Russell Wilson, the coach had to make the gutsy decision to go with Russell Wilson because if it doesn't work out, coach is fired. If Brady doesn't work out, he's fired, okay? But if Bledsoe didn't and Matt Flynn didn't work out, then it's the GM's fault, if you know what I'm saying. Then we go Rivera, our little Ron Rivera in the Redskins.
Yes.
Benson Heineke after he won 5 straight games and then lost and tied 2 playoff games over his guy, Wentz, and kicking us out of the playoffs versus Cleveland. Then Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh, again, taking Wilson over Fields, even though Fields had a really good record.
But you're just conveniently ignoring the GM component of this. I mean, in Seattle, what's the guy's name?
The GM takes Matt Flynn. Mistake. That's what the GM did.
Well, they signed Matt Flynn, but ultimately, like, Pete Carroll doesn't just make that decision in 2012 to go with Russell Wilson. I mean, that's in concert with the GM.
That's a coaching thing. Okay, Minnesota with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold was left for dead. What did Minnesota do with him? And what about Josh Johnson in Minnesota with O'Connell?
But who brought in Sam Darnold is my question.
Sam Darnold was brought in by the Jets, and what happened there? That's my question. Different GM.
See, that's why this is a good. That's why this is a good debate.
Okay, hold on. I got McVay got Stafford, Mr. Hall of Famer, who did nothing, didn't win 1 playoff game in Detroit. Again, that GM picked him, but McVay took him and won a Super Bowl with him. How would Jaden Daniels right now look in New England and Drake May look in Washington? The coach makes a huge difference. You think Bo Nix will look nearly as good in New England or Chicago as he does with the coach in Denver?
That's all fair.
That's all fair. What did he do with Malik Willis? Malik Willis was left for dead.
I understand that. It's a fair point. Now, listen, a lot of people could be left for dead in Nashville.
One more. How many times do you have a cornerback, or Redskins have done this plenty of times, who is a man corner, and he gets plucked by the GM in free agency, and the coach puts him in zone, and he sucks?
Right. That's the coach's fault.
So coaching, to me, is more important than GM because all the talent in the NFL is kind of even. It's not like college.
That's fair.
In college, your recruiting is much much more important.
That's
and
fair.
NFL,
Doc,
they're all about the same.
I got to let you go, but I love when you get all fired up and you are so passionate about a lot of things, and I appreciate you. And that's why Dr. Sabah, because she's fired up. She loves her sports, and she's got some strong opinions, even though she likes things that I don't necessarily particularly like. You know who I like? Pete McCarthy, who joins us